welcome. Today's video is going to be covering the RoboRest by Reed Gray. This little fella here. Now there's a bit of a story behind this which I will go into. It is made of solid stainless steel, and this particular one, this design is made to fit into the one-way sharpening system. And what it consists of is a swinging platform, and there are various degrees marked on the sides, on both sides, and holes corresponding to those degrees. And whatever degree, let's just say you wanted 60 degrees, then you would put in the locking pin, and it is at 60 degrees. Now it's remarkably close to these angles. I mean, we're talking half a degree difference, and Reed is at pains to explain that it's not a highly engineered piece of kit regarding the angles, but it's designed mainly for repeatability, very similar to a fingernail grind jig that you would use either in the one-way or any of the other systems out there. And repeatability is what you get. It's brilliant. I've got 3 or 4 different negative rake scrapers, different angles, I'm still experimenting, and a couple of a large bowl scraper and a couple of other scrapers which have varying angles, and I merely write the angles on the ferrule, and then all I have to do is to alter the table to whatever angle I'm grinding at that particular moment. And because I've got CBN wheels, the advantage there is that they don't reduce in size, so that's why I've put a hose clip here, and that is where it will seat when it goes into the one-way system, and it is there at the right position every time, and then obviously it moves to whatever angle I want for the job in hand. If you have an aluminium oxide wheel, the same principle applies, but as I'm sure you're aware, as you dress the wheel and use the wheel, it will reduce slightly in size, so you'll have to alter very slightly when you put the platform in, if you've taken it out or after a period of time. But it works extremely well. When I got it, I went through all my scrapers, and at this position where there was a slight difference on the bevel on each one, etc. And now every time I go back, it's perfect. I mean, I do use a diamond hone most of the time, but when I need to do a resharpen, this is brilliant, and I use it for my spindle roughing gouge as well, and indeed my skew chisels. You might say, well, why do I use the rougher wheel? This is not an extremely rough wheel, it's a medium wheel, it's 140 grit, and that's my roughest wheel. My other one is 200 grit, which I use for my gouges. But if I need to reshape my skew chisel tool, put another fine edge on, then I use the platform, and it's brilliant. There's no lining up the bevel, it's all done there straight away for you. The reason I came across this was that Reed sent me an email and explained that 2 had come across to the UK from the States, and he had made a mistake in the order for the gentleman that wanted it, because he didn't have the one-way system, and Reed has 2 options available, one for the one-way system and one freestanding one where you would make your own base to whatever system you have. But he sent this particular one, and rather than go through the expense of postage and packing back to the States, etc., he very kindly offered me the two of them, one for myself, which I was very eager to try anyway, and I'm very pleased it hasn't moved from there, and the other one we're going to give away in one of the raffles at Coventry at the UK and Ireland Woodturn Symposium in June. So that will form one of the really amazing prizes that we've got for the raffle as well. So for that, thank you very much, Reed. I'll put a link down to Reed's channel down below, and also to his website. And Reed is one of the guys that I watched in the very early days. He's been turning bowls for God knows how many years, and his primary weapon, as he calls it sometimes, the weapon of mass destruction, is the scraper. I mean, this man is a legend in his own lifetime with regards to how we use a scraper. He blows all the myths out of the water regarding you shouldn't use a scraper for this, you shouldn't use a scraper for that. go over to his channel, watch his videos. You will be well impressed and amazed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go through the sharpening of these two scrapers. Now hopefully you can see that the bevel is fine, there's perfect there. I'm going to take this out and then put it back in again to the stop. And the bottom angle, there's a 45 and a 30 degree angle on here, so I'll alter it to the 30 degree angle, and that obviously is the top angle, and turn the grinder on. I won't talk now, I'll do the 30 degree and then I'll do the 45 degree angle. I'll show it to the camera. No cutting, the only cutting will be when I'm altering the rest and turning off the Now I'm doing the 45. Sorry, show you the bevel first. The bevel is fine. And again you can see it's matched the bevel absolutely perfectly, and you can see the bevel is a little bit missed there because I'm altering it slightly, but we'll go to that area and you will see it hasn't missed a beat. It's come out absolutely spot on. So I hope you found that of interest. The construction of the rest is stainless steel. It's very well made, very solidly made. Good welds, and it's a really solid and well made piece of kit. And thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now. Thanks for the confidence, Mr. Ed Oliver. I really appreciate it. Sarky bugger.